Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre here. Thanks for stopping by the channel. It is the second Saturday in May 2024. It's time to see what I listened to on my albums and CDs during the very first full week of May. This is the second week of May also. So let's get to it. Before we get started, even if you haven't done so yet, go down there and hit that like button, please, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and that really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate all the subscribers. Put some remarks down there about your favorite albums, or do you have any of the ones I'm about to show you? If you do you like them? You know, the whole 9 yards, and I'll get back with you. I appreciate it. So, starting off the week with one of my 2024 Record Store Day pickups was Live at New NYC in October of 2023. This was a by invite small live event by the Rolling Stones, and prior to the official release of their new album Hackneyed Diamonds. 7 songs on here, and including the Sweet Sounds of Heavens featuring Lady Gaga, which is a pretty neat song. Okay, so this is a pretty nice collection. It's limited edition vinyl white. Doing my best I can to cut down on that glare. Okay, let's take a look at the inside. Got a nice insert, album, the inner sleeve, which I don't use anymore. Pictures of the gang. Even on the back, we have a track list and some credits. All right, let's take a look at this nice vinyl album here. Nice white with the Rolling Stones label. So there we go. That was the first one of the week, live at Racket NYC. A Record Store Day release in 2024, which I got my hands on. Nice addition to the collection. Maybe it is an addiction, who knows. But anyway, just moving some notes around over here. All right, and the second one that I'm going to show you today was another Record Store Day release. And I took the hype sticker off to the original vinyl, put it on here a little crooked, but it was Effin' Up by Neil Young with Crazy Horse. You can see the hype sticker there. Take a look at the back here. Get the album out and the album out. In the back is nothing, just plain black. And on the inside, we got a track listing and some hard reading. All right, it is a double album, which I shall show you here. It comes on nice clear vinyl. Okay, this was a Record Store Day release, and I like Neil. And I liked it. I must like Neil because I have 19 media pieces in my collection, either CDs or vinyl. So it must means I must liking on it. Checking on it, it reads the album is live, but you can't prove it by me. You know, when you do the reading, it says it's live, but you couldn't prove it by me. I heard no audience or nothing like that on the album at all. You know, it is a live record, supposedly a live recording of their 1990 grunge album, Ragged Glory. I got Ragged Glory, so I should go check it out and check it out. Speaking of checking things out, I mentioned it last week. I did listen to the Ohio Players by the Black Keys again, and it did grow on me, and I like that album. So it'll remain in some sort of a rotation with me in that. So the next thing I looked at was one of my Whatnot pickups to the collection, and it was, let me get my notes here. I keep forgetting to bring my notes up for you. Closer to Home, Grand Funk Railroad. Pretty good album, played real nice, a little bit of popping, but it's a 1972 album, or 1970 album. So this is 54 years old, so I can imagine that it's going to have a little popping no matter how good I clean it. It was their the fifth studio album by Grand Funk Railroad, and the third album in 1 year to reach gold status. That's pretty cool. I'm Your Captain, titled Closer to Home, was their big hit on this album. Really good rock from back in the day. Let's take a look on the inside, see what I can show you. Beside a lot of wear and tear on the, probably because the album's so good and it was used a lot, going in and out of that, and I have a hard time with this one. I had a hard time with this one the other day, getting it out of the sleeve that I put it in. Well, there we go. Track listing, credits. There is it is a gatefold, which from the old days, most of them were. And it just has a big picture of the band performing. Go in the album. See that? Get static and you can pick the stuff up. It's on the green Capitol record album. Somebody wrote their name on it, so they must have taken it to a party, wanted to make sure they'd be able to get it back. But as you can see, it's pretty clean. There's no cracks or anything on it. I haven't bought anything from Whatnot for a while because I'm trying to catch up with all the stuff I did buy and get it into the collection. Okay, then it was time for the CDs off the shelf that were already in the collection. And so I'm going to do my weekly 2 that I did. The first one is The Valley of Neptune by Jimi Hendrix. This was released post after his death, posthumously compilation, and by the American Rock Music. It was released in the United States in March of 2010. This is really, really good stuff. All right, I really enjoyed this. This rocked pretty well. Let me go and it does come with a book. I had a little struggle getting this book out the first time, but Lots of reading that I didn't do. I don't know why I don't. I would only guess is because I do read books, and I have 2 books in working in progress, and so I guess I kind of confine my reading to those books and not these. But look at all of the information on this one. Page after page after page, all the way to the back. There was 3 or 4 more pages before we got here. So pretty neat stuff, folks. If you like Jimi Hendrix, you'll like this one. Check it out. Go to your streaming services and see if you can check it out. If you like it, pick it up. I saw a guy the other day say this is no better time to buy CDs than there is right now. That was my first CD of the week, The Valleys of Neptune by Jimi Hendrix. Okay, the next CD was kind of strange to my collection. And it was Pete Townshend's classic Quadrophenia, a rock opera. I don't know why I bought it, except that I like Pete Townshend, I like the Who material and everything, but I listened to this whole thing, and I liked it. It was pretty cool. It was put out in 2016 and was the 6th studio album by the English rock band The Who. Released as a double album in October of '73. The narrative centers around a person who becomes a fan of The Who after a concert in Britain, and then goes through a whole bunch of stuff like drugs and beach fights and new romances and so forth. So there's a story to it. All right, it's got some different singers on it. That comes with a DVD also, a bonus DVD over here. Single CD. You know, it's got Pete Townshend singing on it, and then it's got Alfie Boy, Billy Idol, and Phil Daniels doing lead vocals on this thing. And it does come with the book also. Oh, this is the one I had a hard time getting out, yeah. As you can see, Quadrophenia. And then it's going to start with a lot of text. I didn't read it. It probably tells the story of what the whole rock opera is about. But as you can see, that's an awful lot of text. And the back page has got some credits on it. So it's pretty good. Will it get a lot of rotation? No, but I'm glad it's in my collection. That was the 2nd CD of the week. Pete Townshend's classic Quadrophenia. This was their 3rd rock opera. You know, and that's pretty cool for a group. All right, and then the last thing I listened to of the week is becoming a norm, is an album that already in my collection from a long time ago. And this week it happened to be number 15 in the collection. It's Hot August Night by Neil Diamond. Look at Neil Diamond there. He was the rocker back then days, not the old crooner that he is now. Pretty cool stuff, pretty cool stuff. All right, let's take a look at it. I don't think it came with any sleeves. No, it didn't. So here's the back. It's got all the track listings on the bottom. You can see it through the one side. What side was it? Right here. I scratched through it and everything in my old days when I used to write on my albums too. The scratching to me back in the day meant that I had recorded those songs onto a reel-to-reel, so that they were in other places. You can start to see some ring wear and some corner wear on it, but not bad. There's no splitting. Got some wear up there from pulling it in and out and so forth. because I didn't use vinyls to protect them back in the day. And then in the inside, this was recorded live in 1972 at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, California. And I'm telling you, folks, that is my favorite venue. It is so neat to see a concert down there, because I did not see this one. And he did 10 concerts down there in the 1 month, and they all sold out when he was doing this. 20 songs, all pretty good stuff from his old days and everything. We got some rockin' and some mellow and so forth. And speaking of the Greek Theater, down there, what have I saw? I saw the Who down there. That was cool. They played for 2.5 straight hours. They were all over 60 years old, and they rocked it. And then I saw the Steve Miller Band down there too, and that was a really good concert. So this was my last album in the way. Well, I'm not finished showing you anything, am I? All right. I'll show you the album. Speaking of concerts, tonight, May 11th, I'm going down to the Fox Theater in Riverside, California, to see the Alan Parsons Project. This will be my 3rd time seeing them. I'm really excited about it. I did pick them up. They were my #1 pick on Record Store Day, which you'll probably get to see next week. So here's the album. And it was a funny album. This is one of these ones that you used to put on the phonographs, because I didn't notice it when I started to play, and it has, on one LP, it has side 1 and side 4, and the other LP has side 2 and side 3. So they used to stack them on their players and then let them fall in order. So I played it, but I played it out of order because I didn't notice that until I got to the second album. See how much attention to detail I had going there. And so that was my last album of the last thing I listened to of the week. Neil Diamond's Hot August Night. So I hope you enjoyed this. I had a good week listening to music. I enjoyed all of the stuff. And I want to thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to go down there and hit that like button. This is SoCalSabre saying take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other. And please stay safe.